Stand by for ludicrous speed.
Okay, my dear Greg Saunders.
Gregory.
Eagle looking Greg, you're go.
Greg Saunders.
Greg Saunders.
Greg Saunders!
Wow. Hey, great.
I got it.
We interrupt this sound file to bring you a terrifying announcement.
Are you aware that you're leaking coolant at an alarming rate?
Show us the skills that have made you a media darling.
Well, I'm glad we got all that out in the open.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Saturday Morning Stateline Show.
Tom, as data starts coming out about the effects of sugar on the human body, as it becomes more and more well known, future generations are going to look back with horror on our practice of sending children out to trick or treat. My name is Greg. He's Tom. It's your Saturday Morning Stateline Show.
Well, when you think about it, every time we celebrate Thanksgiving, there's always a candy dish. Christmas, there's Christmas candy canes, candy galore.
Yeah.
Halloween, Easter.
You gotta be careful. And I had someone, Emily, shout out to Emily, Zach and Emily, Zach's wife, Emily. She had mentioned that, you think about when people tend to get sick. When is it? It's after Thanksgiving. It's after Christmas. It's right after Valentine's Day. Why? Tons of sugar. It's sugar poisoning. And when you have too much sugar, what happens to your body is, at least for the next 5 hours after consuming too much sugar, your immune system is basically nearly non-existent. So you're going to get sick. So I should avoid this? You should avoid too much of that.
Oh, so I can eat half of it.
There you go. All right.
Thank you. Just digging in now. No, I'm kidding.
Be mindful of how much sugar you're intaking so that your immune system doesn't go, oh, I got to fight off all this sugar right now. I'm too busy with sugar to fight off this virus or that bacteria or whatever is entering your body that shouldn't be. That's all I'm saying.
Add to that being diabetic, which I am. I shouldn't have that Reese's there. And Doc, if you're watching, that's not mine. It's my friends from school. It's not mine. Did you
see the Reese's peanut butter cup pie that they sold?
A pie?
It's the size of a pie. They had a limited edition, like 3,000 of them were made, and they sold them out in like 90 minutes or something crazy.
I missed that one.
It serves 48.
Or one, whichever, depending on who buys it.
Again, sugar poisoning.
I know.
We do have a big number of the week this week. Let's get right to that.
Let's get right to it.
Big number of the week this week is 1.6 million.
Right on. 1.6 million. Got to find some scratch paper.
1.6 million. And this week's answer is permanent or pastrami.
Oh, wow.
Permanent or pastrami. We'll give you the answer before the end of the show, and Joann will chime in and she'll try to win. And currently in our race to 10, we got a tie score.
Yeah, I know.
6.
I threw it last week. I wanted Joann to feel better. I wanted her to catch up,
Tom's story, and he's sticking to it.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
This was an
Colin Ray.
I got to say, we're going to talk Packers, obviously, because we normally do. Let's start with that, I guess. Last weekend, the Packers in Seattle.
Okay.
At home against Seattle. And how about A.J. Dillon?
25 fantasy points, 25.60. And guess who has him? Me. Guess who had him on the bench? Me.
Oh, no.
Well, if you've got Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, who you starting?
History would say you go with Aaron Jones.
Yeah, absolutely. Regardless of injury, because Aaron Jones hadn't done anything up to that point anyway. He only got me 4 points, 6 points, whatever.
Yeah.
For the week, for the game. And then he went out with an injury, and then AJ took over. But AJ has become more of a part of that offense. AJ's in there today. He is my guy today.
Caught some passes. He's still quadzilla, so give him the ball up the middle, and he's going to get you almost 4 yards every time at least.
Yeah. He's phenomenal. He is so good. This is why they let Jamal Williams go. I didn't want Jamal Williams to go.
I love Jamal Williams.
Oh my God, I did. I love that three tandem, that three triple threat, whatever you want to call it. I thought that was great. And this is what really irritates me about the salary cap, but that's a different story for a different day. But as far as AJ Dillon, I mean, this guy's got all the tools. And he's trustworthy. He does not fumble. I mean, I'm probably going to jinx him. He's probably going to fumble twice on the 5-yard line.
On and learned his lesson.
He did. Yep. And I love the way he cups that football.
Yeah.
The Packers are going to be okay. Let me just say this, as long as you put it out there. I'm listening to one of my favorite sports talk show hosts, Colin Cowherd. I love Colin Cowherd.
Really?
I do. And a lot of people, he rubs a lot of people the wrong way. What I like about him is he thinks it through. He's wrong a lot. I think, but he thinks it through, and you can sometimes make a case for what he's saying. He's not a huge Aaron Rodgers fan.
No.
He called Aaron Rodgers. He called him out a couple of years ago. He said, "What has Aaron Rodgers done in the fourth quarter? Really? You don't even have to look at the stats to know that Aaron Rodgers is the guy you want on the field in the fourth quarter." In the last part of a ball game.
Dallas Cowboys. That's enough said. I mean, come on.
Dallas Cowboys, yes. Detroit Lions. That's no big deal there. But just all of the amazing comebacks he's had, all of the way he takes charge. He's Joe Montana-esque. He's better than Joe Montana ever could have wanted to be. He is, next to Tom Brady, probably the second best quarterback ever. And maybe Drew Brees is just ahead of because Drew Brees did so much more with so much less for so many years.
Right.
But Aaron Rodgers had a full career, not counting the first 3 years he sat on the bench behind Brett Favre. You add 100 touchdowns to probably 75 touchdowns to what he's got. You maybe add 10 or 12 interceptions. He right now is the all-time leader in interception to touchdown ratio with 4.1 touchdowns to interceptions. Brett Favre isn't even at a 2.
No.
Tom Brady is 3.8, I believe. So, and it's not a big drop off. So, greatest of all time, I'm going to go with Brady because he's got 7 Super Bowls, and he did it with 2 different teams. But Aaron Rodgers, I would still rather have Aaron Rodgers any day over Tom Brady, because Aaron Rodgers, at this point in his career, and granted, Brady's 43, almost 44 years old, so he's not going to be as mobile, but he's never been that mobile. He's always had a really good line. He's always had good route runners. He's always had good coaching. He's always been part of a really, really good system. So Aaron Rodgers has had to improvise a whole lot more. He's had line troubles many of the years he's played because the Packers keep letting guys go like Corey Linsley, like Josh Sitton. They let him go a few years ago, all salary cap issues. Yeah. So anyway, here's what irritated me about Colin Cowherd. He's picking Minnesota. He says, oh my God, Minnesota's lost a few crucial games. Yeah, they have. You look at their losses, their 5 or 6 losses, it's like by a combined 24 points. They lost one game by 1 game by 3, one game, a couple games in overtime. I mean, they're right in those games. So they are on the cusp in a couple of games. And what are they? Are they 4 and 5? Is that what they are?
I think they're 4 and 5.
I think they are. Okay, so you look at their record, and let's just say it's 4 and 5. Well, you take 2 of those losses and make them wins. Now they're 6 and 3. Now they're a viable force to be reckoned with. Now you beat the Packers twice. You're going to probably win that division, or at least come darn close to doing it.
Yeah.
You know.
They got a lot of ground to make up, though. The Packers are up there, and it's going to be hard to catch them.
Well, the Packers right now, as it stands, are 8-2. The Vikings are 4 and 5. They got a 3-game lead. No, they don't. They got a 3.5-game lead because the Vikings have already had their bye, and the Packers have not. So a 3.5-game lead, 4 games in the win column, 3 games in the loss column. If the Vikings, God forbid, beat the Packers twice, well, guess what? Now they're 6 and 5, and the Packers are 8 and 4. That's doable for the Vikings, especially if they hit their peak. Yeah. Now, I'm saying I understand why everybody thinks the Vikings are a better team than the record shows, because they are. They clearly are. Kirk Cousins is a decent quarterback. He doesn't do so well in the spotlight. That might have something to do with it all. But here's the thing that got me. He's talking about how the Packers are missing David Bakhtiari. Guess what? He's been gone all year. We haven't missed him. I mean, we miss him, yes, but it's not like we just lost him. You're losing Aaron Jones. Okay, that's a blow, but Aaron Jones hasn't done much the last 3 or 4 weeks. A.J. Dillon has been carrying the load. They said we lost Zadarius Smith has been out. Yeah, he's been out for about 6 weeks. That defense has played better than any defense in the entire league over the last 3 or 4 weeks.
That's a big deal right there. It's just how good the defense has been.
Absolutely. That going out and getting that Rasul Douglas from off of the Arizona practice squad was huge. And then he gets the interception to win the game against Arizona. Okay, so Jair Alexander, been gone for 5 or 6 weeks. Again, their defense is right now the best in football, in my opinion anyway, and by most standards. They've got all of these injuries, and yet they're still playing out of their minds. Yeah. The offense is the offense. You got Devontae back and healthy. Alan Lazard back and healthy. Aaron Rodgers had a great game last week. He did throw that one bad
Randall Cobb in the slot.
Randall Cobb, baby. Randall Cobb. There's your MVP for the Packers right there.
I'm sure it's great to have him back in the locker room as much as on the field too. So it's really, really cool to see how they've piece this all together. And if everyone gets healthy in time for the playoffs,
yeah, exactly. You lose 2 games. One of them is a complete outlier. It's a complete aberration. That first game of the season, 38-3 to the Saints. Really? Let's see. Where are the Saints? They're 5-4. Yeah, they're a real powerhouse, aren't they? They don't even have Jameis Winston right now. And Jameis Winston is a guy who threw 32 touchdown passes last year. And guess what? 32 interceptions.
32 interceptions.
He didn't help you much, did he? No. Only guy ever to throw 30 and 30. Only guy ever.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
It's going to be an awesome end of the season here. And obviously the big Bears rivalry, which is, not going to be much for the rest of this season, I don't think. But the Vikings, we shall see how they perform tomorrow at home.
All right. So here's the thing. Green Bay's defense held the Seahawks to 0 points. First shutout of Russell Wilson's career. Okay. Do you think the Vikings are better than the Seahawks? I think they probably are. At this point, they probably are.
The healthy Delvin Cook, I would say yes.
Sure. I'm not going to argue that the Vikings are better or worse or whatever. Seahawks are 3-6. They're not that good this year, but they also were without Russell Wilson for 4 weeks. Take Aaron Rodgers out for 4 weeks. Take Tom Brady out for 4 weeks. Take Ben Roethlisberger out for 4 weeks. Any starting quarterback worth his weight. Take Ryan Tannehill from the Texans out for 3 or 4 weeks, and you're going to see a drop-off. It's just that's just it. But then you go back to the Kansas City game. They only lost 13-7. You know how close they were to winning that game with Jordan Love, who looked like a bad high school quarterback in that game? They blitzed him 21 times.
Yeah, take back the 9 points the special teams gave the Chiefs, and you got to win.
Exactly. The special teams, by the way, is their biggest downfall. I think they're working on them. I think they're working on special teams.
Hunter's awesome. He's just got to become a better holder.
Yeah.
The guy.
Maybe that's what it is.
Man, he's good.
I know. So anyway, all I'm saying is you look at that defense now. I don't see Minnesota scoring a lot of points. Minnesota doesn't score a whole lot of points. And if Green Bay holds them to 21, maybe even 24, I'm pretty sure Green Bay is going to score probably 31. My prediction for this game, 31-23. 31-23. Go ahead and write it down.
All right. 31.
Green Bay, of course.
23. And I don't think there's going to be that much scoring. I don't know that they score 31 points.
I think Aaron Rodgers gets pumped up for games like this. And when everybody tells him he can't do it, he's not going to, that defense is going to shut him down and this and that. Really? Okay. Well, see this chip on my shoulder? Yeah.
I'm going to stretch to 27. I think it's going to be more like a 27-17 game. I'll jot that one down.
I'm good with that. I would rather not give up 23. I'd rather give up 10, 13 maybe.
Yeah.
I would love that. But maybe I am underestimating the Packers defense. That defense is really, really good. It's one of the best secondaries in all of football right now, if not the best, as far as what they're playing right now at this point. Remember, we're down Jair Alexander.
Yeah.
And who else? There's one other one that we're down.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I can't remember. And it's only because it's just escaping my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, Kevin King's playing better. He's playing really good.
Yeah, Kevin King, he did get that interception last week. Kevin King is stepping up. I like Kevin King. He has these lapses that are deal breakers. Like last year in the Tampa Bay game in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah,
8 seconds to go in the half, and he lets that guy get 10 yards behind him. Are you kidding me?
That was a big mistake.
Oh.
You don't expect that's not something a defensive back is supposed to be.
No.
So Packers Seahawks tomorrow's noon game. It's not or Packers Vikings. I mean, is a noon game.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't flex it to a 3:30 game.
Yeah. Well, let's face it. In the NFL, of course, last weekend there was a bunch of blowouts, so there was a lot of boring games last weekend.
Yeah.
This weekend, we shall see. We shall see.
All right. So if the Packers win, they're 9-2. The Vikings are 4-6. That's it right there. I mean, that is tomorrow is the season. Tomorrow,
your dagger.
There is your dagger. I love that. The only thing,
if you're not listening to the radio broadcast of the Packers games, by the way, that's what you're missing. You're missing Wayne Larrivee near the end of the game, telling you when he knows the game is over.
That's right. And it might be, and it's sometimes when Mason Crosby hit the game-winning field goal against San Francisco, zeros on the clock. There is your dagger.
Yes.
Larry McCarron does a great job too. Rock.
I love Larry McCarron. Larry McCarron, the center for Lynn Dickey all those years.
Yes, he was. And I believe he was the center for Brett Favre for a while, was he not?
I don't think so. If he was,
maybe not
first year, because I don't know that he was even the center for Don Mikowski. He might have retired by the time Mikowski was.
You could be right. They had Blair Bush for a while. They had, I don't know. I don't remember, but you might be right. It might be going way back because it was 80s for McCarron.
Before
I just didn't know if he.
Johnson, there was Larry the Rock McCarron, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Before there was Bag of Donuts Frank.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, Frankie.
Bag of Donuts.
Frankie, what was his last name? Frank Winters. Frank Winters.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's Packer game tomorrow. Last weekend was was an interesting weekend. After the show last weekend, Tom, I had houses to show in Rockton and in Rochelle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how about that for some distance? So
wow.
I had to scoot on up to Rockton, show a house up there real quick. And that client loved the house. We wrote an offer, ended up getting that under contract, went down to Rochelle. That guy liked that house, wrote the offer, got that one under contract. Both deals were dead by Thursday. So all the work I did last Saturday was for naught.
Oh man.
And that's the life of real estate. I only bring it up because, people that see me posting a lot of times that offer got accepted on social medias and stuff. It's exciting and stuff. I don't get too excited about that, to be quite honest with you, because there's still so many hoops to jump through that, it's not a done deal until it's a done deal. And
here's a great football analogy. And by the way, Larry McCarron retired in 84. So you were right. Good call. In 73 to 84, God, I didn't think he was that early. I thought he was, I really thought he was like 77, 78 to like 90. Anyway, 12 seasons with the Packers. Here's a great football analogy. When the Packers score a touchdown, I just sit there until I hear the announcer say, I don't see any flags. And I don't say, yep, it's a touchdown. Okay, there you go. Then I get excited.
Exactly. So that was an interesting week.
Me nuts.
And both deals died for completely different reasons. And we're back to shopping for both of those buyers. So plenty of buyers out there. We still need more sellers. The market is hot for sellers. So if you're looking to make a move, upgrade, downsize, whatever it is you want to do with your life, we can help you do that and get your house sold for top dollar right now. So that happened last weekend. Monday was Mike Coolidge's big announcement. In case you missed it, he is running for Congress, Illinois, 14th congressional seat, includes most of Winnebago County, but not Rockford. If you look at the gerrymandered maps, they cut Rockford out and included it with Peoria and Bloomington. It's just one of the stupidest things.
Oh, yeah, that means he's got to travel a whole lot up and down the state.
Well, what it means is whoever represents Rockford is also representing Peoria, Bloomington, and the counties, a bunch of counties to the west. I mean, how many? It's like 100+ miles apart, some of these areas where this person representing this district. And the district that Coolidge is running to represent pretty much includes all of the state line counties from the west to Winnebago County, I think part of Boone County, and then cuts down to DeKalb County, a bunch of Ogle County, I think pretty much all of Ogle County, and then Lee County south of that. So it's a great district. It should be a very red district, meaning should be a fairly strong Republican district.
Okay, so is it U.S. Congress he's running for?
United States Congress.
Good, because Adam Kinzinger is stepping down. It's essentially Adam Kinzinger's spot, but no, because they're eliminating one.
There's a representative right now in that district. There's a female.
It's not Sherry Bustos, is it?
No, Lauren something. She's a younger gal. I think she's the youngest female congressperson right now in Congress. And I think she's already served a second term. I think she's running for her third term.
Okay.
But the way they cut it up, she's now representing a bunch of different people. So she's going to have to run pretty hard. And my understanding is she's already has over $2 million in her campaign coffer. So
nice.
There's a lot of catching up to do.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I don't think Mike will have any trouble because he's got such great exposure over the last 5, 7, 8, 10 years, whatever he's been on ROK or, doing his show.
Yep.
So he's got name recognition in that regard. Now, this gal is Democrat, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So since they've restructured, gerrymandered the district, she's now taking on a lot more Republican areas. So that helps Michael right there.
Yeah, it should. Okay. But there's still a race to be had. There's at least one other Republican challenger. So it's not just the two of them. There'll be a primary to deal with.
Oh, okay.
In April.
Okay.
So we'll be watching and supporting Michael along the way.
Well, unfortunately, we won't get to vote in for him.
I will.
You will. Okay.
Rockford, the city of Rockford basically is cut out of Illinois 14 and they're put in the other district to the west.
Which is Sherry Bustos.
Old one, which she's retiring. So
she's retiring too.
Esther Joy King is probably the front runner because she came close to winning.
She did. Oh, I love her. She is awesome. We had her on the show. Did we not?
I know we talked about her. I don't know that we had her on the show.
Maybe not. Dude, I thought we did. Oh, well.
We'll ask these folks on the show for sure.
Mm-hmm.
No, Coolidge will do his best to be back on our show, but Esther Joy King will see about that.
Yeah.
So that was exciting. On Monday, I was not able to attend the announcement in Sycamore. It was very well attended. Had some great family and friends there to support his kickoff event. And if you go to Koolidge.com, spelled with a K, it's now all about his congressional run. And if you can donate anything, if you got some funds to donate in his direction, he's going to need some help because, like I said, his number one opponent has already got over $2 million to spend on this campaign. Yeah. That's how bad.
I've seen campaigns go the lesser candidate, and I mean lesser only in money, in terms of money. The lesser candidate wins because the lesser candidate is the one the people identify with. I don't know anything about the other candidate. I'll check her out.
New Jersey, the underfunded candidate almost won in Jersey and did win in Virginia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Glenn Youngkin beat Terry McAuliffe, but Terry McAuliffe was an idiot. He shot himself in the foot several times. He was a complete idiot.
I think he was overconfident because he's done this for years. He was a part of the Clinton.
Well, when you say something stupid like, "Oh, well, I don't think parents should have a say-so in their education," and then you backtrack, how do you backtrack from that?
Yeah.
How do you know? I'm sorry. It does not work that way.
Not too bright. Not too bright.
All right. If I don't know where you want to go with the show, but I've got some rants that I wanted to get out of the way.
My last shout out, Tom, is our son Noah had his jaw surgery this week.
Oh, jaw surgery.
And
somebody punch him? Bar fight? No, just kidding.
Well, he went from being unpunched because the way his jaw was as he grew up, as a little kid, you would have known, but as he got to be a teenager and an adult, it was obvious that his jaw grew a little bit to the right and out. And so the underbite was very severe enough that eventually it was going to cause him some major problems, later on in life. So he had this jaw surgery, which when they read off what the name of the surgery was, it was about 12 words.
No, jeez.
Biofacial, bilateral, blah, 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 all this stuff. And I wish I had it in paper in front of me because it's, as the nurse was reading this off before the surgery for him to consent to it. And he goes, yeah, jaw surgery. Yeah, yes, I know. The before and after is really something phenomenal. And I didn't ask his permission to share stuff here. I know I shared stuff on my personal Facebook page to our friends, but just it's a complete difference. It's amazing what this surgeon was able to do. And it turns out I went to high school with a girl that had this same surgery 30 years ago, the 1988 version of this surgery.
Wow.
And when she mentioned it on my Facebook page, I was like, her name is Tammy. I said, Tammy, it's funny. I remember her having that severe underbite, but never really gave it two thoughts about it. She was a very, very pretty girl in our band, and she was a cheerleader, pom-pom girl and all that stuff. So, it was just, it didn't seem that severe, but after seeing her post-surgery all these years, and it's like,
yeah,
wow. And she's like, yeah, I'm so glad I had this done. Your son's going to be so glad he had this done.
Yeah. We know somebody else who had this surgery. Bill Cash's son, Caleb.
Did Caleb have this?
He did. He had a very similar surgery. He had the jaw. There was something going on with the jaw. It was like, I don't know. I don't remember. This is about 10 years ago, 10 or 12 years ago.
Okay.
And he had a very similar surgery. I don't know if it was the exact same thing, but it was to correct it and to realign it, basically.
Right. And that's what happened here. And the way that it was done, the surgery and what the doctor did, it's almost like artwork. It's the symmetrical. I was commenting to the surgeon just how the symmetry of what he did, it really is so darn impressive. It's just so darn impressive that this guy, he's been doing the surgery for like 25 years. And so, yeah, it's something else. So kudos to Dr. Calant, and also shout out and kudos to the Edward Elmhurst Hospital in Naperville, where the surgery took place. Spent a couple nights there. My amazing wife was Noah's super nurse throughout the stay there. She didn't leave his side the entire time. And he's the recovery's not pleasant, but it's happening. So
yeah, he's going to go from 160 pounds to 140 pounds, right?
Well, if only. I think he started out with about 130 pounds. So
okay,
weight to lose. Yeah.
I didn't want to like say he was a 130-pound weakling or anything.
No, he's kind of he's your typical kind of a wiry guy.
Yeah, I know. He's not a big.
Realize how strong he is until you ask him, to lift something. It's like, holy cow!
Yeah.
All those late nights at UPS. So,
those guns.
I got those guns. That's right. So, that's my last of the shout outs for this week. There is a Koolidge, by the way, is doing a fundraiser dinner at the Canay distillery down in Rochelle. I believe it's December 3rd. I forget if it's right there, beginning of December. It's the 1st or the 3rd. I forget what date it is, but check out the Koolidge, the Michael Koolidge web Facebook page for info on that, and the Koolidge.com webpage for information.
I would like to go if you want to go.
I can. I'm in must dates for rehearsals for the Starlight Theater. Best Christmas pageant ever is coming up.
I can go on my own.
You can
I would love to do that. If you get me the details, that'd be fine. Or I'll just check it out. I'll go to Koolidge.com.
I will say, let's see. Well, let's see. Let me grab his Facebook page here real quick while we're talking about it. It is a fundraiser dinner, so it's not cheap.
I know.
Michael Koolidge, political candidate. And the Christmas party it's an annual Christmas party he used to do for his radio show. This year will be a fundraiser. Friday, December 3rd, 5:30 at the Canay Farms Distilling in Rochelle. And the tickets are $100 or $175 for a couple. So
it's about what I thought. I thought about $100.
Tickets are individual 100, couple 175. Sponsorships are also being offered for 500, 1,000 or more. Live music, food, and drink offered December 3rd. And if you haven't been to Canay Farms Distilling yet, they turned the movie theater, the old Hub Theater downtown Rochelle, into a distillery, and it's something to behold. It's beautiful.
Really?
So check that out. Get to Rochelle and check that out. Yeah. All right. So there you go. I know Joann has been sending me text messages of our pet of the week, and she's hopefully ready to jump in here in just a bit. I've got a bunch of stuff to share with you on our SMS info this week. I did make, well, maybe apparently I didn't make a very concerted effort. I'm like, I need to start culling less, because we tend to talk and then cut Joann out of a lot of her time at the end of the show sometimes. So there's just so much going on. I want to share it all. And not the least of which is stuff from GoRockford.com. All kinds of stuff going on in Rockford. Good morning, Joann. There she is.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Paws Humane
Good
Society
morning.
Orders by the
I
charity.
was just talking. Sorry.
I'm glad you're here. Dancing with the Rockford Stars is coming up tonight. It's tonight. All that preparation.
Tonight.
Tabala, that's okay. Tabala Event Center's the spot. I don't know if there are still tickets for that. Let's see. A 1920s theme, 5 local celebrity couples, and the coveted mirror ball trophy up for grabs.
Are you dancing, Greg?
Do you have the
No. But I will tell you who the stars are. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here are this year's Dancing with the Rockford Stars stars: Dr. Ian and Amy Goldberg, Gina Del Rose and Daniel Aravello, Mike and Nicole Morig, Tyler Pickering with Morgan Luther, Gina Meeks, I know her, and I believe her dad, Richard Meeks, they're dancing together, and Whitney Martin with Elliot Grandia, the morning show team from...
Oh, wow. That's so
Richard
cool.
Meeks, isn't he like a singer or...
Well, Gina Meeks is a singer, and now she's a city representative. I think she won a political...
The name Richard Meeks.
No, you're thinking maybe Richard Marx.
No.
No,
okay.
Richard Marx.
Well, he's a singer. I thought maybe you were thinking he was like a super celeb coming into town.
No, I thought Richard Meeks was an author, maybe. I'll have to Google him.
I've met Gina a number of times. Gina Meeks is an amazing singer, and recently ran for office for citywide, and I believe she won she's now, I believe, an alder person for Rockford, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure what her dad does. I think he's a local pastor. I think he pastors a church. But anyway, that's happening.
He's on Facebook.
That sounds about right.
There you go.
I don't know. I just recognize the name.
So that's happening tonight, Tabala Event Center. Also happening tonight and Sunday at 2, Escanaba in the Moonlight, your last chance to catch the Peck Playhouse Theater presentation of the Jeff Daniels play, Escanaba in the Moonlight. They're performing at the Seward School Center in Seward, Illinois on Tracy Street. That's tonight at 8 and tomorrow at 2, and then they are done with that. In the outdoors, free nature programs at Atwood Center. That wraps up the summer tonight, so their season tonight. Let's see, November 20th, noon to 2, Leafy Masterpieces. Art and nature enthusiasts can learn how leaves can be used to make beautiful pieces of art. Take a short hike to collect those leaves and other bits of nature to make a collage.
That sounds like fun.
It sounds like fun. Yes, they did. They are asking for advanced registrations, but they're not required. atwoodpark.org/programs. And yeah, this is, I think, the last thing of their season for Atwood Park. And then finally, the 6th annual Fall-a-Day Bazaar is happening at Harlem High School. That's tomorrow from 10 to 3.
I see what you did there.
Fall-a-Day.
Fall-a-day.
6th annual.
I fall at least once a day. At least.
Tom's got bad knees. Harlem High School. This bazaar has been going on for 6 seasons now. And let's see, there's a list of at least 70 crafters and sellers at the Harlem High School tomorrow from 10 until 3. I bet you can get a whole bunch of holiday shopping done right there. Maybe your entire shopping list. All right, so SMS info. Here's your question before we go any further. This is not the big number. This is just a question. 41,000 people are sent to the emergency room in the U.S. every year after being bitten by what? 41,000 people in the U.S. sent to the emergency room every year after being bitten by what? We'll give the answer in a few minutes. Don't forget, Stroll on State is next weekend in Rockford. It's back in person. Stroll on State. The decorations are all getting put up this week, and the trees in place. They're going to get that decorated and all lit up next Saturday night. Here's hoping the weather it will cooperate, and we have a nice turnout for that. The Peacock Network app. Do either of you have the Peacock channel on your TV?
I don't think so. I've never watched it. It might be an app on my TV, but
yeah,
I've not downloaded it or paid for it, or anything like that.
When it
is that a free one?
Yeah, it's like Netflix, only it's
I think I watched Leave It to Beaver on that one.
Well, if you have Comcast, I know they offered it for free early on, and I think I'm still getting it for free. I'm not paying for it, and it's still on my TV.
I have I don't know, my kids put something on my TV. Roomba or Roomba. We don't have to advertise it because I didn't say the name right. Roku, yes.
Roomba. I'm thinking, wait a minute, that's a vacuum cleaner.
Well, this is your
Roomba. Yeah, that's right.
It's funny you mention your kids because they'll be interested in this, Joanne. Peacock announced this week it's starting production on a 3-part documentary based on Barney and Friends.
Wow.
Might be my grandkids.
The big purple dinosaur, the cast, the crew, the show's biggest critics will all be telling the story of the Barney phenomenon. It aired from 92 to 2010.
Oh, entirely too long.
18 years. Once it became an adult, they cut it off. It'll be a 3-part documentary examining the rock star-like trajectory of Barney the dinosaur. They were traveling the country with stage shows and stuff.
Oh yeah, I think they came to the Metro back when it was the Metro and did the ice thing, right? I think.
I don't know if it was an ice show. It might have been.
No, I don't remember. I just remember they were at the Metro at one point.
Let's see. They captured the hearts of millions of children, became the target of hate and rage across pulp culture. The early internets and playgrounds around the world learn all about Barney and Friends. No idea when it's actually coming out, but it's in production now.
Everybody hate Barney. You don't have to like him, but to hate him and be the target, or what's wrong with people?
I think he started having opinions. That was a problem.
Okay. All right.
We'll see in the documentary. New rocket designed to launch humans up to the moon, Mars, and beyond is launching next year from the Kennedy Space Center. When they test this rocket, on board will be a familiar fuzzy figure, Snoopy.
All right, Snoopy.
That's a shout out to Tom here with his Snoopy.
Yeah, I'm just looking for my my Snoopy. I got a Snoopy somewhere.
It's a 5-ounce plush toy version of the daydreaming beagle wearing a spacesuit designed according to NASA's strict specifications. And it actually has an important job in the flight. Artemis 1 unmanned mission. NASA uses stuffed animals. So when the little guys start to float, they know the spacecraft has entered space's zero gravity. And since they're soft and plush, they won't break anything or accidentally strike a button. So the plush toy will be floating around. It's only 5 ounces, so it's not going to hurt anything inside the cockpit of the rocket.
Interesting.
Can't wait to see the video of that. All right. Speaking of soft and plush and not that dangerous, there's Snoopy. Hi,
There's Snoopy.
Yeah, you're going to space.
For some reason, it says MetLife. I don't know why.
Get him his space helmet. He's going to space.
He's number 6.
A lucky.
Oh wait! Oh well, get back here. I knew I had my Snoopy somewhere. I got a ton of Snoopies. I should have worn my Snoopy shirt.
Yep. There you go. We go to Russia to find a hamster who is the luckiest hamster in the world. Veterinarians rescued it after it was swallowed alive by the family dog.
Ew.
Gross, right? A young girl was playing with her hamster. It jumped from her knee, and the dog pounced and swallowed the little thing in one gulp.
Wow.
The family says they could hear the hamster squeaking from inside the dog. They knew it was still alive, so they rushed it to a veterinarian, and the hamster was removed, unconscious, but still alive.
So the dog essentially gave birth via C-section to a hamster. So the dog is now the hamster's mom.
I'm thinking Jonah and the whale, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
The hamster's name Jonah.
He must not have chewed or anything, just
one gulp.
Well, I'm guessing the hamster was freaked and probably grabbed a hold and just started clawing his way down.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
Probably didn't have a chance to chomp. Plus, he had just eaten. He wasn't really that hungry.
They'll have to change his name to Jonah.
There you go. We talked about this off the air a little bit this morning, but the Packers offered shares in the team again this year for the first time in 10 years. 300,000 shares up for sale at $300 a piece.
Yeah.
Trying to raise about, is that $1 billion?
Something like that.
300 times 300,000. Do the math.
Well, it's what, 900
million?
300,000, $300. Yeah. 900 million. Is that right? That's almost $1 billion. So
Seems, I bought stock 20 years ago.
That's in the 90s. I think they sold stock. I had a list of when they offered.
I bought it for $150.
Yep.
Yeah. I vaguely remember, Greg, you said something about 10 years ago. I vaguely remember that being, it's like every 10 or 15 years they offer it up.
Well, it's not on a schedule. There's no schedule. It's just that when they have some stadium renovations they want to make. And of course, in order to do that, they're being a publicly owned company.
You really don't have any power.
No.
You have voting rights.
You get to attend.
And you get a certificate.
Because there's currently like 330,000 shareholders. So there's a lot of shareholders. They can't all attend the meeting in Green Bay every year, but you can apply to attend, I think, the meeting that they have every summer. In 2011, the last time the team did this, they raised $67.4 million. They used that money for other stadium renovations.
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Every time, it seems like every 10 years though, they're doing this, because I remember before that they did it again, and it seemed like it was late 90s maybe. And like you said, Joann, that was probably when you bought them.
I think it was 94, but I didn't see how much they raised that time around.
That's right in line with when they started making their Super Bowl run. And that's the best time to do it, when the team is really, really good, making a Super Bowl run like this year.
Let's see if this article tells me. So far, they've sold 126,000 shares of the stock. So they're a little over halfway there.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't see who owns the most shares. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm just going to. They sold 33,000 shares in 3 hours. but that was only, a little over 10% of what they're looking to sell. So this is like the 5th or 6th time they've offered it. It's not something they do often. Let's just put it that way. So I was tempted. I went to the site, I looked at it, and I was like, nah.
300 is a lot.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have that little plaque on the wall that says I'm a shareholder.
You could probably make one.
Honorary shareholder.
Yeah.
All right. So last
fake shareholder.
Got some tips from burglars on how to keep your home safe. A Portland TV station wanted to give its viewers some advice on how to keep their home safe from burglars, and they went straight to the source. They interviewed inmates, 86 different inmates serving time for burglary in Oregon, and some of their things make a whole lot of sense. Here's probably the top 3 pieces of advice from these burglars. First off, dogs are a deal breaker for many burglars. Big breeds, home protectors are the best to keep people out of your house. So a dog, beware of dog sign and an actual dog. That's a good thing. Avoid any tip-off like an NRA sticker on your car or your bumper. The National Rifle Association, he says, burglars say that says, hey, they might have guns to steal. So you don't necessarily want to have advertising.
You would think that would be the opposite. They would think that they had guns, but
they're defending themselves.
Yeah, right. That's what I was going to say. Or it could go the opposite. I don't want to break into there because they'll shoot me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Legally.
And then this other thing that I think all of us can do, and one the burglar's opinion, he says homeowners should always leave a TV or a radio on. Having that sound in your house makes them think someone's home or could be home. And hey, why bother here when the next door neighbor might be gone? So
that's right.
Those are a few of the tips from actual burglars. All right, quick randoms. Research indicates eating late at night can damage your memory. I forgot where I got that fact, but
it was that cheeseburger last night.
I don't know. Your right lung takes in more air than your left lung. How random is that?
Well, is that because most people, 80% of the population's right-handed, and maybe that's the dominant, maybe your body just automatically, your brain says right lung, maybe.
Isn't your heart generally on the left side of your chest too? So it takes up
it's actually kind of almost centrally located.
Yeah.
It's maybe a slightly, maybe that has something to do with it.
The world population of chickens is nearly equal to the world population of people, just in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
Happy birthday this month to the Pop-Tart. Kellogg introduced Pop-Tarts this month in 1965. Yeah. And
favorite Pop-Tart?
I've got my favorite Pop-Tart, probably the brown sugar and cinnamon.
Oh no, man. My favorite, hands down, blueberry.
I love blueberry too. I almost brought a blueberry down. This one's a strawberry. You can't really, can you see strawberry?
No, not really. All I can see is just his glare.
Strawberry.
I did see a little bit of red there, but I'm tempted to go get me a blueberry Pop-Tart. You got me jonesing for one now.
Well, there are ingredients in Pop-Tarts that are illegal in many European countries.
Really?
They're not approved by the dietary governments in many European countries. Yeah, you shouldn't have a steady diet of Pop-Tarts. It's not good. It's not good for you.
I don't buy them.
Yeah, I just, as a quick snack now and again, it's nice to know that they're in their foil and they live forever. If I need
They'll
them,
stay fresh forever.
If you just can't be pressed to read the terms of service, there's a website that breaks down terms of service for you. And I'm going to bring this up here real quick, spotlight this and share screen. This I found really, really interesting. You know, when you sign up for a new service and they've got all these terms.
And you never read them.
I have read and agree to the terms is the biggest lie on the web. So TOSDR.org aims to fix that with terms of service didn't read.org. Hey, Here's a quick rundown of what Facebook terms of service are. Facebook stores your data, whether you have an account or not. Blah, blah, blah. Amazon, third-party cookies are used for advertising, and the service tracks you on other websites, blah, blah, blah. Over on Reddit, this service can read your private messages. Blah, blah, blah. Wikipedia, this service can delete your account without prior notice. Users have a reduced time period to take legal action. Blah, blah, blah. DuckDuckGo, YouTube, this service can view your browser history. Deleted videos are not really deleted. How about that? So here's all kinds of stuff on here. You can do a quick search and find out what all the terms of service are for a bunch of different places. I just thought that was pretty handy. TOSDR.
Leave it up there for just a second. Oh, never mind.
TOSDR.org.
I know I'll never remember that. I was actually going to take a picture of the screen, but that's all right. That's all right. No big deal. I'll remember it. I'll try it.
So
sure you will. That's another big lie.
There you go.
I'll remember it.
All right.
I don't have to write it down.
41,000 people go to the emergency room every year in the US after being bitten by what? Any guesses?
I'll say a spider.
Tom says a spider. Joann?
I'm going to just say a dog.
You're both wrong. I'll give you one more guess.
A bat?
No.
A rat.
People.
Oh, wow.
Oh, 41,000 people on average every year are sent to the emergency
room.
Get
bit by other people.
Bitten by, and if you have ever been in a boxing match with Mike Tyson, you know this to be true.
Wow.
Danger. It's
and Evander from Holyfield says, wait, hold on. Say that again.
Awesome. So there's your randoms for this week. We'll get to our.
I don't think I've ever been bitten by a person.
Oh, I know I have.
Next time I see you, I promise. Hold out your arm. I'll bite you.
Me?
I'll bite your
my
arm.
My granddaughter has
bit me. Charlie bit me. Charlie,
where he holds up his little finger.
We were talking about that at rehearsal this week. We're rehearsing for the best Christmas pageant ever at Starlight Theater. And our director, Chris Brady, brought that up to the kids. And only like 2 or 3 of the kids had ever heard of that video.
Yeah.
Like that was like the first viral video on YouTube or whatever was Charlie bit me. That hurts.
Yeah.
So it's possible that in the best Christmas pageant ever, a child will be bitten acting fake, but that would be part of the humor.
What is the girl's name on that?
Imogene Herdman, the horrible Herdman.
I love that book.
The horrible Herdmans are the rottenest kids. Just wait until you hear about the things that they did. Gotta come and see it.
I love that. I love the book. I'm coming to the play.
You're gonna love
the musical, right?
It's a musical, and you're gonna hear this guy right here do a lot of singing.
Oh, really? Nice. When is it again?
It's in December, the 2 weekends before Christmas.
The 12th
and 19th.
19th, yeah.
Days surrounding.
It's 4 days each weekend, though, isn't it?
You got 11 chances to see this play.
Okay,
I'll write it down.
Here's
I don't promise. Aliens could come and take me away, but I will come and see it.
We're already about 55% sold. So yeah, most of the good seats, most of the best seats, center section seats are already sold. Most of them. So it's almost like theater in the round. It's theater in the half round. The way they set up the cabin stage on the stage.
I think we're on one of the sides.
Okay. Yeah, there's not a bad seat in the house. It's just the better seats would be in the centers because you can.
We're excited. I'm excited.
So how are we looking at Pause HQ this week? Do we have a bunch of newbies to see, or what do you think? Is it worth?
We could take a little walk. My battery is acting weird again today, but I was just checking it. I don't know what's going on. It's charging, but it's losing its charge.
Oh, well.
Maybe your iPad or whatever it is getting old.
It is old. Here we have a worker.
There they are.
Oh, I can just move. It's charging, but it's losing the charge. This is Cletus. Marianne got adopted.
Yay.
Marianne was, this is the cat of the week, and she is bonded with, and I can never say that right, Bjorn, I can't say it.
Bjorn?
Bjorn. There they are. Beautiful two cats.
Aww.
Come as a pair.
Nice. Oh, they're big.
They were returned due to allergies.
Oh.
Is it Benny and Bjorn?
No, her name is Torby. Torvy?
Torvy the tabby?
Torvy. I think you need to see this look. Wait,
Whoa!
you got in the way. I wanted to show your sister, brother.
I want to be the star of the show. Let me in.
She was so cute. Move. No, I guess you can't see her.
Oh, so adorable.
Cats do.
There she is. Oh.
It is
Yeah,
absolutely adorable.
She says, I want to be seen. I think they're both Finn and, what's this? Finn and Squish. I don't know which is which, though. More orange with white. So this must be Finn. It's like doing a photo check, and his brother didn't want to get in on. And then here's another darling. And her name is Swiss Miss. Can't quite see her through the cage, but she's adorable. I don't know if I get further away, you can. Just a little fur ball. Hi, Swiss Miss. She's not quite ready for adoption. I thought she had a friend in there, kind of in the back. And then we have two that don't even get a bed. They must be needing a clean bed.
I'm still in the middle of cleaning them.
All right, I just was commenting. And here's a slew of babies too. So if you're looking for a kitten, you know where to come. Of course, we've always got, this is the community room with their plates all over the place. That one, oh no, I think this is the most beautiful cat. Her markings are just gorgeous. What? Oh, she loves to cuddle. Just beautiful. Yeah, but she's a bonded pair too. I'm not sure who she comes with. But if you're looking for a beautiful cat, there she is. And then here's another slew of kittens. Okay.
Nice.
But we also have adult cats, so we're also beautiful. Someone said the kittens grow up very fast, and then you have an adult cat. So there you go. You're right. I can't hold it far enough away from me.
There's our tour of Paws HQ. And of course, Paws Humane Society. If you ever have any questions, give them a quick call. 815-299-PAWS, 299-7297. Their awesome website, pawshs.org. And you know what? Let's do this real quick. We haven't done this in a while, or maybe ever. It's about time we did this. Let's go right now to the Paws website. Look how awesome this website is, everybody. Paws Humane Society, Rockford, Illinois. A volunteer organization supported by donations, founded in 1988. Full service humane society.
And also their Facebook page, they usually post adoptions and also cats that are up for adoption and dogs.
Paws Black Friday 50/50 raffle.
And we also have that they haven't been talking about yet. We're having pictures with Santa at same place we had it last year. Why can't I think of it? Village Green.
Village Green, yes, the Village Green. Okay.
And that's December 6th, I think, on a Saturday.
That's the one on Main, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just down from my house, not far.
Yes. I don't know if that's the main one or which
well,
one
there's
is
two of them.
main
There's the one on Riverside and Perry.
But
Riverside
this
and
is
Mulford.
one on Main, and they're having, and yours truly will be there. So
Alrighty.
That's one event I haven't missed for many, many years.
Yeah. You'll be in your little Santa outfit, right?
Yes. I got to make it worth the while of buying it.
Don't miss Mrs. Claus at the
So that's really, is that 2 weeks away? It's funny they're not advertising it.
Big number of the week this week is 1.6 million.
Right on!
Yes, 1.6 million.
Is Tom still ahead?
No,
we're
it's
6
a
to
high
6.
score.
6 to 6.
6
Okay.
to 6.
I
The
didn't know how
answer
hard
is
I had to work.
Permanent or pastrami? Permanent or pastrami? What is the answer for this week's big number of the week? Are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Pastrami. Oh, well. We both went pastrami.
I know.
Put the cap back on the pen. All right.
Did you notice how he put his pen away?
I put the pen away. It's estimated 1.6 million Americans have lost their sense of smell permanently because of COVID-19.
Wow.
So they can't smell pastrami.
Well,
so therefore we both get a point. You see how that works?
I knew you were going to say that. It's called anosmia. anosmia. Anosmia, loss of smell, can be caused by different things, including respiratory viral infections like COVID-19. It's been recognized as a clear symptom of COVID and one that might be even more common among mild cases. Go figure.
Wow.
Loss of smell accompanied by a loss of taste because the two senses are so closely dependent on each other. Sometimes people experience parosmia. There's anosmia, loss of smell, and there's parosmia, a distorted sense of smell that can cause everyday scents to smell like trash, sewage, or other putrid thing.
That's from COVID?
That's potentially from COVID, yes.
Oh.
So this is one of the things my wife's been suffering from since, a year ago now. It's the very loss of smell and taste. It's been really weird. 4.6 million is a bigger number, but it was the pastrami answer. People currently working at U.S. fast food restaurants is 4.6 million, and Burger King parent company, Restaurant Brands International, recently says it acquired Firehouse Subs. You like pastrami on your sub?
I'm not real familiar with it, but I don't hate it. I think I've had it once or twice. It's like a stronger salami. Is that right?
Yeah. When you got to get a good Italian sub with the Italian dressing and stuff, you'll have pastrami.
Yeah.
Firehouse Subs sold to the Burger King parent company for $1 billion.
$1 billion.
They have about 1,200 franchises in the U.S., Canada, and Puerto Rico. They expect 1.1 billion in sales this year, and they donate money every year back to first responders and firehouses.
Cool. And they got really good subs too, by the way.
Got really good subs.
Oh yeah, good food.
All right, there you go. That's everything, and we could have gone for it longer, but we won't. Next week, we'll talk about In Crowd and what they're planning for their big end-of-year fundraiser event for Mosaic. Any final thoughts, folks?
Nope. Go Packers.
No.
Go Packers.
Nothing exciting. Oh, happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Happy
You too, Joanne.
everybody.
Because the Thanksgiving will be over before next Saturday.
That's right.
Remember,
That's
kids,
right.
you change the world when you help one person. Be a blessing to someone this week. We'll try to do the same. Meet you back here next week for a post-Thanksgiving Saturday.
Bye, Snoopy.
So,
Snoopy says bye.
have a good week, y'all. Enjoy.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Oh, I guess I got to turn it off. Leave.